you want. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to get that count. We had the 2-story homes that found 46 properties, and I'm going to view these records. Now, when I view these records, it's going to show me here on the map where it found the properties. It's going to show me information. It has the last sale date here, the last sale price, that owner name. It's going to give me information about bedrooms, bathrooms, if it's non-owner occupied. If it's owner occupied, it's going to show me that. And as you hover over the properties, you'll be able to see where they're at in that map. Now, once you have your results here, there's quite a few things you can do actually. So with the export, you can go to custom. So this view here just shows you just a few of those commonly viewed elements of the different farms, the different results that are found. But this list here shows you all of them. So you could get, building size, there's lot size in here, there's assessed information, there's, subdivision. So there's a lot of different information here. You can kind of pick and choose from the ones that you want. If you don't want to get some of these, you can export all of those out if you want to have that. You can also make mailing labels here. So you can get mailing labels, and those will really, you can customize those if you want to select the recipient. You want to add a little tag there if you want it to go to mailing address or their actually site address. It will do out-of-state addresses. So if they are living out of state, it'll give you that. It doesn't have foreign, but it will give you out of state. If you purchase phone numbers or emails, then you do have the ability here to export out to Facebook. This will just show that information there. And then if you go to your business page on Facebook, there's a way that you can import those up. Facebook does a mailing service for you, so it'll put some ads to those folks if it finds a match. So just another way to market through social media. And then you can also get some reports here. So if you like to look at those on a report, it's more like a card. It's going to show all of the information for each property. You can make some notes on that. You can make notes in the app though. So over here, if you wanted to add a little note about this property, maybe you had reached out to the owner, they let you know they were, they're going to be moving after school gets out. So you can put a little note here if you want, and then any of the notes will show with the clipboard will be highlighted here. You can always come here and save your farm. You can share this farm, you can export that. You can also edit the search here. So if you wanted to go back and maybe you're looking for, you want at least a 3-bedroom home here, you can get your updated count. So I think we started with 46, let's see, so now 42 homes. So you can make some updates there. You can kind of come back to search. You can also see dynamic stats. So once you have your farm built out, this will give you some averages. So you can see what those highs and lows are, what the average prices are, what the average year built. You can see that information here, square foot. This will also give you a 60 months look back, so you can see where some activity in those particular areas that you've selected. And then you can also see this new possible lead. So before you can search by a particular document, it'll give you the option to put in range or different things like that. You can also come here to new possible leads. If it found anything, this open area, this white area right here, this will show you what those are, and it'll let you know how many. So if there were, those pendants or a notice of default or divorce, any of those things, it'll show you that here, and then you can buy them directly from here. And then really the last thing here is you can remove properties. So, maybe there's a couple in here you want to exclude. You can just mark those properties here, and you can exclude those so it'll remove it from the farm. So even once you have built it out in your area with those different filters, you can still come here and update that and remove some of those properties that you want to get rid of. And then if you save the farm, this goes over to your Save Farms list. So here you can see I have some saved farms. I bought some data. We had some farms going on over here. You can also import. So if you're already talking to folks, you're already kind of working in a neighborhood, you can upload that. I did one here, and this one had I just used the county, and I used the parcel number, and then it actually plotted out all of the rest of them for me. So that's another way that you can get back and really get to some farms. So this is really all the options here under farming by the map. I'm going to show you one other thing that you can do with farming. So let me zoom back on over here. We'll go to Ann Arbor. And then here you can also look by statistics. So with statistics, you still have your 3 different types of search you can run. So I'm still going to do that radius search here. I'll come over here. This looks like a neighborhood. or more. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to move that around a little bit. You can add filters here, and this will let you search these properties by statistics. So if you wanted to look for, an average sales price, if you had a minimum, a maximum, maybe you wanted to look for certain turnover rate, or maybe an average years owned, you can do that here with the filters for statistics. And I'm going to go ahead and search this just so you can see what comes up. And it's really going to show you the different neighborhoods that it found. Maybe it's a subdivision, maybe it's a group of homes, and it's going to give you information about those particular groups that it finds. So here I can see I've got 27 records. Here it's going to show me the different groups, and then it's going to show me some stats. So I can see here, here's about 70% non-owner occupied. There's only 3 homes here. So maybe that's not a neighborhood I want to look at. This one, it's almost half. There's 28 homes here. The average sale price, $625. So as you scroll through here, you can really look at these, target these neighborhoods here if you want. And then what you can do is you can still get back over to that farm. So let's say I want to look at this one. It's got about 100 homes. I'm going to select it. Still, maybe, I've got clients who are just looking for 2-story homes. So I'm going to get a count. Let's see if it found any there. It'll prompt you if it wants you to go outside the border. Some of these neighborhoods, like here, this group 20 is maybe not just on the border of it, so it wants to make sure it can look in both areas. So here it found 33 homes. Out of that 100, 33 of them were 2-story. So I'm going to go ahead and download those and view them. And then you can see here's my list. So here's kind of on this outlier here on this side, over here on the left side, and I can see those different properties. So that's just another way that you can get to farm. You can target some of those stats that you're looking for, and then you still have the ability to come back here to edit. So maybe I wanted to get rid of the 2-story. Maybe I wanted to know, okay, of that 2-story, what's a 3-bedroom? So you can still always come back here and set up any of those filters. You can still buy phones or emails. You can still get back to them depending on, farming or statistics. You'll still have all that same functionality. And then, of course, you can remove something from here. So maybe I want to get rid of that 2-story home. I can just remove that filter. It's going to go ahead and it's going to update. And now here, of those, I think I started with 100. About 78 of them, 78 of them are 3-bedrooms. So you can always get back to this way as well. Now, one of the cool things with farming, so we talked about mailing labels. You can export that data out. You also do have Print Pro in here.